today.
Yeah.
So just ban it. Just don't deal with it. It's cool.
She's like a mid laner in the bot lane. Aurelion Sol, Malf, Ori. And the reason they're going to ban the Ori there is because, you know, now they know that Snitch is trying to play that as a main. Clemmer's going to be playing the Gragas. This seems correct. Yeah, there we go. Smart. Very smart.
Man, the engaged potential of Nova is actually insane. I did say that I wanted to see Doom play Xayah though, and he's playing that one. I think it is his best ADC. So that alone, I'm really happy to see that come through.
Yeah, it looks okay. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I do think the overall Tribe's team is far stronger though.
Yeah.
The composition plays out.
I'm really intrigued. I think also, especially against Akali, Akali has been shown many times that she is a top tier assassin in the game. Can play it as you want, can easily split push too, as she does really good and performs really well in those 1v1 scenarios. So overall, I think this is going to be a very close one. I do agree with you though about the point that Tribe have apparently the better draft, and I think that is a really good point that you're bringing up here, Blank. So we'll see if they can execute on it, but so far, not too much of an issue. No big invades as against each other. This is not something that these two teams want to do, but we are going to be having a lane swap as Hydro and Grizz both go to the top side. That means Leon is going to be at a disadvantage, but knowing Leon, he should hopefully be ready for this. He was not ready for this. Gets knocked up, already down to 50% HP, but now they know that this lane swap is already put into action, so maybe Tribe can come up with a response.
Yeah, right now, Leon down to 50% is... It's a rough scenario. He's just gonna wander on down. Right now, it's very okay for Clemmer to be down here in the bot lane. Is he gonna stop the back? Oh, so close! That would have really ruined the day of Tribe. Not gonna lie, it would have caused a lot of problems in terms of experience gain. But now we will have Leon down into the bot lane. But like you said, now down to 50%, is forced to use the honey through early.
All above and engage onto Hydro. Just going a few pokes left and right. That means that here the cross mapping is not going to be put into action. You're not going to have a response for picking up towers on the side lanes, and no gold is going to be coming up because they had this response to try and make up for the side swap, the lane swap from Trovo Nova. So I think this is a good response on Tribe, and especially I think that this is very interesting because Gragas Camille is a very, I would say, usual matchup when it comes down to it. They're both very strong top laners when it comes down to it. And in a 1v1 scenario, I do believe that the Camille is able to come out on top pretty easily because of that true damage and also that shield that makes it really hard for Gragas to find those bursts. So I think Camille versus Gragas is a matchup that you want to play into, which is why also they really wanted to go back to a 2v2 and a 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, I mean, for Leon, it's very easy to get in and out with this because you can pop the first... 1 second. You can pop the first precision protocol on the minion and then use the jump onto a wall, and then by the time you stun the enemy champion, you have the true damage version ticked off. So it's pretty easy. In comes Duck though. This is going to be... Ooh! Oh, he flashed too late. Is Clemmer going to get away from that?
Did he get it? Oh my god, he barely survives. No, Emperor Duck. That was a huge play there. And now they get himself the first blood. A few extra gold going the way of Lee Sin, which could make a big difference. But, man, early dives like that, you just love to see. And the meta is, like, so dive focused. Please, Riot, buff towers, please. Give them some damage. I would...
Please, boss. Yeah, to be fair, I think that Leon scuffed the flash slightly. I think he meant to flash so that his 3 ability, the hook shot, would have actually stunned. But I think he flashed just a little bit too late in the stage. It is really hard to get that one off. Similar to the flash body slam. Slight engage in the top lane, nothing too much. Grizz just obviously using the grand entrance to his advantage and then quickly using the shield to get back out again. But now it is Friend as well as Doom heading on back. Duck just dropping to the top lane, preventing any kind of counter ganks and getting rid of all the wards in this area. Yeah,
Rakan and Alistar, they're going to finally get himself their lock it in chance. So that's going to be bringing some good utility and getting ready for the first Drake fight, which is coming up actually in just about 35 seconds. And it's going to be a Cloud Drake, which Cloud Drake, for this Lee Sin and also this Corki, they're going to be really happy if they could get that for themselves. So I think this is going to be a very interesting fight. But it was very similar to what happened in the first game where, so if they are not in a position to take that Drake, they are not going to be taking it. They're just going to try and trade for gold. If it was an Inferno, it would be a completely different ball game. But because it is Cloud, they can easily afford to give it up, which Olaf is already scouting. Going to get himself the Scuttle, which he could be looking for very early one. They see in the top side that this Xayah and also this Alistar are just not going to be able to join the fight overall, which I think is a good idea, but you can see around the map. They're going to be actually rotating Lee Sin and Corki over there. They are going for an initiation upon that fight. Going to continue it up quite soon. Friend, though, not going to have his ultimate remaining for the remainder of this fight. But there you go, Emperor Duck, able to put it right through the minions. He's going to dive onto Grizz, though. That is a no, as Akali is finally ready to join the fray. This is a pretty long engage. But during that time, you can see on the bottom side, Olaf is getting Drake for free, and he gets it. That's going to be a great one. But now they need to find a response, pick up the plates, which they're going to try their best to do. Twilight Shroud, going to give a little bit of a nice invisibility to Veros. Oh my god, that root was disgusting on the recall on the feathers. But Trovo Nova are going to be looking to disengage, but apparently not going to be given the opportunity to do so. Clemmer going to be caught out of position, and Leon will find a second frag of this game.
So far, things are still very even, though. We're literally at exact same values in terms of gold at the moment. Really, at the moment, nothing too much on that side. Actually, Trovo Nova, what the hell, just spiked in 3k gold. Oh, no, sorry. 300 gold. I'm dumb.
Ooh.
Big dumb.
Good old gold coming their way. Next Drake, though, is going to be Infernal, so that's where things could get a little bit dicey.
Spicy.
Still spicy. A little bit of spicy spaghetti. Let's go. But
yeah.
Oh, there you go. A little bit of an engage coming on through. Things are looking very chill now, but that's because it really shows the late game is going to get intense. Going under tower. The charm does come on through for a split second, but nothing too substantial. As oh, wait, whoa. Calm down, Veros. I know you want to get engaged this, but got to chill out, my dudes. Tower maybe losing one plate, which seemed like that is going to be the case. Getting a little bit more gold underway. There you go. It connects. Veros going to heal up. Sherm potentially wants to go for the engage. Oh my god, friend, that was an aggressive engage. I'm surprised he was actually doing that. Now they're going to go for the knockups. Friend going to be extremely low. Weird to focus that one down, but they're going to do it regardless. And the feather recall is huge for Doom. And I said it on this Xayah. He is absolutely out of his mind. And there's not much he could do. 3 kills to 0 in favor of Tribe. But now another fight. Leon going to have to move away. But what a clean engage from Doom.
Yeah, Leon's so slippery at the moment, it's difficult to do anything. But like you said, Doom doing a lot of work with these feathers on side. Blade Collar doing a huge amount of damage and rooting at the same time. Veas does have to back away from that one as he gets hit by the Sonic Wave. Hydra does have the red buff, but it's choosing not to go too deep here. But they want to remain control over this Scuttle. Unfortunately, Duck still grabs that one.
Right, Hydro gonna get popped up. Are they gonna go for the jump in and engage? I mean, Camille is not gonna be there whatsoever, so this is technically a 4v5. I mean, they're not gonna have the Gragas. There goes in, but it's gonna be smited away by the side of Trovo Nova. Nicely done by the Olaf. They're gonna keep on going. I mean, they're low HP. Rakan gonna go on through, trying to buy some time for some team, but that is gonna be wasted as he does fall, and not much will be going away of Trovo Nova. Sure, you do get the Herald, but in the grand scheme, you lose an extra frag, and the gold is slowly starting to pile up for Tribe. And that amount in just a 7-minute game can slowly make a big difference.
Yeah, now we're a 3k gold lead here. Now things start to get a little bit choppy for Trovo Nova. It's not necessarily a mountain that they can't scale at this point. We're looking at a hilltop. And honestly, they can crawl and drag their way to the top of that one if they can continue this way. But they need to have a good fight coming up. Right now, a lot of these fights, Trovo Nova has been forced to give up a kill to kind of sacrifice themselves to make sure the rest of the players get out. So at the moment, it's a case where we're having fights where one frag goes the way of Tribe to ensure that 3 don't go the way of Tribe.
Just a little bit of trades between these two teams. Next Drake is going to be coming up in now just about 35 to 40 seconds. So the vision is going to have to start to come up very soon. And I'm waiting here, Blank, seeing what is that Drake fight is going to be looking like. Because so far they are very close in terms of team fighting potential. I do think the Grizz has been bringing some really good CC to the table with that charm. I think that especially if his team is there to follow up on those engages, which as of yet, that hasn't really happened. The fight could really go sour real quickly for Tribe, so they got to be careful of how they position, because Grizz is going to be the big threat, especially to the likes of their Corki, because Corki sure's got mobility, but if he's charmed up, he can't really use that mobility to his full effect, so got to keep in mind that this could be an easy kill onto Snitch if he's not careful enough, but knowing Snitch, he's going to be, of course, having that in mind. As Alistar going to go for the engage. Above CC, Igor's going to have to jump his way back, and they're going to go for the Drake. I mean, teleport coming on through. Gragas is nowhere near. And he does not have the teleport, so that's going to be an easy Infernal fake for Tribe. And yeah, they're going to give it away and not able to trade. That is a big loss for Trovo Nova, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty horrendous, actually. Unfortunately, the team's just not in a position to take the fight. Forced to use a Grand Entrance early as an escape tool rather than an initiation tool. I worry now for Trovo Nova because the lead is just starting to extend a little bit now. We're looking at 5k, and it's only going to get worse because Leon Lemon is just having the freedom to walk around the map. With how quickly he can get around with that hook shot, he just farms everywhere. Vejos going to drop out, but he's still level 9 going against Leon's level 10, and you know how strong of a jeweler Camille can be, especially with that true damage on board, as well as the Hextech ultimatum that just locks you in place. Luckily for Vejos, if he drops down the Twilight Shroud during those fights, he can kind of just like wait out the duration of the Hextech ultimatum and then walk away after that. But again, this forces away your hyper carry to deal with Camille. It's rough. It's rough for Trovo Nova.
Blank, this is feeling so much like a League of Legends PC game. Is like just slow scaling. Normally it's not like this. All the other games we had are like pretty bangers early on. But no, here's just going to be a lot of respect coming out from these teams. And Tribe, they have a lead and they just don't want to throw it away because let's not forget, so far it is 1-0 for Trovo Nova. If they win this, it will be the end of this BO3 series. And it is the match of the event, as I said many, many times this broadcast. So I'm definitely hyped to see who's going to be taking a W. As Emperor Duck a little bit scared, you going to have to jump over, which I respect. You know, you do not want to take a 1v2 at this stage. Yeah, not at that point, my friend. You will be later on, though. But only a 4,600 gold lead. Really not huge, knowing how long this game has been actually going on. Oh, he's not able to get the cancel onto Veos' back. Surprising. He will be able to get the items. And talking about items, you've got a few power spikes that have been hit. Already going to have the Infinity Edge and the Trinity for this Corki, which is normally the point in time where you are expecting to see Snitch going for those big on face-up engages, which he likes to do on this Corki quite a bit. So he's going to feel a lot more confident in his next fight.
Yeah, right now, really, you know, Trovo Nova are trying to hold on to as many towers as possible. They've been doing a good job considering the gold lead. Baron is up. Herald gets thrown into the mid lane to cause pressure. And this is going to kind of stop them and pull them away from that Baron. But over in the top lane, Leon drops on the Clemmer, does a little bit of chip damage, does have to back away, does have the Hextech Drinker as well. So that means that, you know, Clemmer's a little bit weaker versus Leon at the moment. He will have a shield available to him.
Not a fan of this Herald though. Like that is just easy gold. Envoy of Tribe, so they're feeling good.
I think it's more pressure than anything because we saw them moving over towards Baron, and you know Clemmer's forced into top lane at the moment.
Oh, it was to take away from it. You think?
Move across. Yeah. I think it was to prevent like that collapse onto Baron, because the moment they did the exact same thing where, you know, Leon's so easily and readily available to get into like that situation down in Infernal Dragon, in the same way he can get up to the Baron quite quickly. So they have to just take away that attention a little bit, and it sucks because you're forced to use the Herald, right?
Is all the Herald was there was no cooldown remaining. I think that might be actually the case.
All that. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think it is because he was trying to do this, but in an interview, dude, there's just no more cooldown. That's big F on that. But regardless, now a little bit more tankiness coming away of this Olaf, so he doesn't want to get melted as easily as Tyros was in his game of Game Lord versus Singularity, because that would be an unfortunate run of events. He does not want to live himself. And there's nothing happening. We had like 4 kills in the first, like, what, 5 minutes? And now we've been wrung dry for the past 8 to 9 minutes now. It is very, very cautious from these two teams. And
yeah,
I'm sleepy a little bit almost. But you know that by having it so passive, that means that the next fight is really going to be that important.
Yeah, I mean, they've just tried to scale as much as possible. It looks like now Trovo Nova are looking to posture for a fight at the moment. Blade Caller comes through, stops any ingress coming through at that point in time. Leon is towards the top lane, and it looks like they're going to try and collapse onto him. They're looking to take away those paths of hookshot. Actually hits a nice one over towards the right, but there's the collapse.
That's an instant one. Going to go for the Hextech ultimatum onto Hydra, having to move on out of it. He's going to get the hookshot through. They are preparing just in case. Going to get himself a little bit of a shield, making on forward, buying so much time before actually his team is going to go for the towers and bot. And wait, no way. Leon, no way. Gets a redemption. If he heals, that could be huge. No, he's unfortunately going to be out of the redemption, but still gets a heal. And Leon survives that? What?
Yeah, this is the issue with Camille. She's so slippery with that hook shot.
It's not even the topic of being slippery. Like, oh my God.
That's a phantom right there.
I don't know what to say to that. I was like, 100% he's going to die, and just no whatsoever. And even the redemption even missed, and he was still able to make it. So I don't know what to think of that. Is all big brain plays by Leon, or just Trovo Nova just kind of threw that a little bit?
Yeah, it's really hard to capture the Leon. It's really hard to capture Camille,
I mean,
right?
truly also.
Yeah, especially when it's got Guardian Angel as well, because you use the hookshot cooldown, your Guardian Angel goes off, and then you get the hookshot cooldown back during the Guardian Angel animation. But the big thing is that she no longer has Guardian Angel. Vejos looking to go for a fight though onto Leon. Just hits the 3, not looking to go back in on this though.
Yeah, just a little bit of trade-off. Akali's not really at the point where I think she can easily take a 1v1 versus Leon. Usually it should be a piece of cake, but there he goes. He's going to go for the engage. Hectic ultimatum, not going to come on through. He's going to wait for the last second opportunity, and now he's going to be popping it down, and she just can't make it away. And the moment she's in the middle of that donut of smoke, she cannot escape her fate, and she does fall to the hands of Leon. That's finally going to be a kill, the first kill in the past 12 minutes, so it feels good, man. Is now on the top side of the game. It's going to be Friend jumping on over. Fight for the Baron currently unfolding because Gragas is not there, but I say that he is about to be there. Let's get Redemption, and Tribe seems like they just don't want to risk it anymore. They're going to move on back. That was a good teleport, but there you go. Another passive approach to these global objectives in the jungle.
Yeah, they're going to restart on the Baron as well. Friend is towards the top side. They do get the red over towards the Kaisar on Hydro. Friend drops over the wall, though. I don't know if this is a mistake or not.
I don't know. I mean, they know the teleport's not available for Clem anymore, so they thought he was going to be actually further away, and I think they thought he backported. The moment they see Clem, it's just like, nope, that's an instant disengage. We are not going to risk it for Biscuit. And Camille, the entire time, Leon has just cracked another tower in bot. So short, nothing's been really happening from that little pressure towards the Baron pit, but towers have got picked up so easily by Leon, it actually makes it worthwhile for Tribe in the long run.
Yeah, it really does. Right now, you imagine that what's happening is that Trovo Nova is just trying to get to a point where their hyper carries in Kaisar as well as Akali can just carry those late game fights. It's just a question, can they get there? Right now, they're holding on, but this gold lead is ever extending. Vejos is in an awful spot right now. Will have to drop the Twilight Shroud. Duck is in a bit of an odd situation, but they will take the blue buff away. Vejos has to back out. The gold lead, like I said, is just extending ever further. At the moment, we're looking at 9k. It was 3k like towards the beginning of the game. We extended that to 6. Now we're at 9. That gold lead won't matter once we get to a point where all players on each team has all 5 items. So if they can get there, then, you know, things will be even Stevens. And it looks like that's what Trovo Nova's trying to get to at the moment. They've not lost all their towers. They're only towards the top in top lane. Trovo Nova, Vejos going versus Leon at the moment. See if they can get this one out.
Oh, disgusting damage from Leon. He's going to go for the re-engage. True damage onto Hydro. Pops the GA. He's going to be good for now. But Olaf is ready to, and Subu said it. This is such a slippery champion. Smite into the flash
Baron.
also. Going to try and take it with the Baron. As you said, it does get fought up. And I think that Akali will be able to survive with the honey fruit regardless. But yeah, Baron now picked up for Tribe. Sure, Leon does die, but you get the Baron buff. That is super worth it. And also, the next Drake is actually going to be the... is going to be the... I was going to say it's Soul Drake, but it's going to be the Elder Drake. Currently available, ready to go. And they're going to be going for the engagement to the backline. That's going to be Vex, taking a little bit of damage. And he's not... I said... Elder, but it's not even Elder, it's actually So on Wildrift, so I'm just confusing and everything. But also what's getting confusing is that Grizz is going to be dying into that one, going way too deep, and that's going to be the frag going away of Emperor Duck. The fight's going to continue on through. Friend able to tank up anything with his unbreakable will, and now Snitch, he's going to be the true Corki that you love to see get played, as Doom's going to continue also. There's nothing that Akali could make happen, and they are looking to clear the slate as Tribe remain alive as a 4-man crew actually, and get themselves 4 frags onto Trovo Nova.
Yeah, it's at this point the game, like Trovo Nova's been able to extend the game out, right? But it's too much at this point. They have made the game brutal for Tribe, but at this point there's no way you're winning it. I mean, the tower will be taken, and I'm pretty sure that's the Nexus very shortly to happen afterwards. So for Tribe, yes, things didn't happen quickly, but they did win in the end, and it was fairly easy to do it. Trovo were kind of clinging on for dear life at the end there. You know, it's unfortunate to its fullest. Honestly, you'd love to see it, and you know, you just splitting that attention all across the map. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing you can bring to the table after that. And we said it, because that game was just so passive, the one fight that was going to break out...